He goes, for this command which I'm commanding you today, this thing I'm asking you to do, the thing I just asked you to do, he says, it's not too hard for you. We can just end right there. Checkmate, mic drop, okay? I mean, come on. Oh, but everybody said, you know you can't keep the law. Okay, your flesh can't keep the law. Not because the law is hard to keep, it's because it rubs up against your flesh. You get your flesh out of the way, it's simple. It's not hard to eat different. It's not hard to observe different days. It's not hard not to kill somebody, well, sometimes. It's not hard to steal. It's not hard to not to commit adultery. It's not hard not to steal. It's not hard not to covet somebody's stuff. It's not hard not to make idols. None of these things are hard to do, okay? Except that your flesh can get in the way. So he says, look, this is Yahweh speaking. Either you're going to believe him or not. He says, this command that I'm asking you to do, he says, it's not too hard for you. So straightforward. He knew we would claim it's too hard. So he thought he might preemptively say, by the way, it's not too hard. What do you do with that, Pastor? I mean, what do you do with that? It's not too hard. Because you'll say, well, the law was too hard, which Israel couldn't keep, which is why they ended up breaking it so much, because the law was just too much and too hard. And it was a burden that, even our forefathers, whatever. That's not what those verses are talking about. And if let's put it this way, let's rephrase. Can we believe in a hierarchy of things? Okay? So, some of you have this problem in your house. If I, as the father, the husband, the man of the house, make a ruling to a child, can the wife overrule that? She shouldn't. Nor can an older child than the child you spoke to overrule that. It has to only be, if ever, overruled by the person who gave the ruling. Will we agree? Okay? I mean, this is, what we have to understand as far as proper jurisdiction and authority and whatever. And so you can't look at the New Testament and claim it says, oh, it was too hard and they couldn't do it and it was a burden that was too hard, whatever, and then read what the instruction actually is, the foundation from the authority saying it's not too hard. So either what you're reading in the New Testament is wrong or you're understanding it wrong, okay? I've told you guys this all the time when it comes to things like Paul's writings. If you think Paul is actually saying things to undermine Torah observance and what Yahweh said in the Tanakh and everything else, then he is wrong and should be thrown out. I know a lot of you guys like to throw him out. That's fine. It's your choice, whatever you want to do. I happen to think we don't understand him correctly, all right? But I know he can't be saying those things in the way Christianity interprets it, because that would be undermining the vertical structure of the authority of Yah. First of all, the only way to change what Yah said is Yah would change it, and Yah doesn't change. So there you go, it's over. Game over, checkmate, done. Okay? The only way to change something Yah said would be Yah would have to change it. And he says, I don't change. He says, I'm Yahweh, I change not. Okay. Now, he says, it's not too hard for you. It's not too hard for you. It's not far away either. It's not like you use the excuse, I have to go too far to find it. Because it's not beyond the sea to say who's going to bring it to us. All right, and cause us to hear it so that we do it. Did you notice what it said? Hearing, then doing. Now, yes, they didn't have written stuff back then to just read, but the point is it needed to be instructed. I think it's already hinting at this idea that things need to be instructed. Hear it so that we can do it. All right? But the thing is, hearing is an active exercise. It's not just the information going in your ears. You have to be paying attention. We call that listening. You can hear something and not be listening. Right? Someone might say something like, yeah, I heard you, but I wasn't listening. I have no idea what you said. All right? Or you were saying something that needed me to interact with it and think about what you were saying and process it, and I wasn't actively hearing, which is listening. I wasn't listening.